Robot
live.
and the Bear.
It's as if the whole song was missing. You just did the last line. It's like a sitcom, right?
you know,
A sitcom that the last line of a sitcom and like the intro music and then it goes
mhm.
into the open. Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, here we are. 2 weeks in
All
a
right.
row, Eric.
So
Two
we went from none all year
just
to 2 weeks in a row.
2 weeks in a row.
Yes.
I'm going to make I'm you know, I'm going for it. We're going for it, Eric. We're
Wow.
we're
Okay.
we're going to do this.
Okay. Okay.
So, we're going to make this happen. We're going to elevate this podcast to like new heights, and we're going to get that sponsorship from wherever, and it's going to be our bread and butter from here on out, Eric. You could
It's
close the
gonna
stores.
it's gonna pay. All right. So first, tell me about this Mattel show, the
uh
Mattel Art Show.
the Mattel Art Show. So, this past weekend, I went to the Corey Holford um, Mattel 80th Anniversary Art Show. I think the show is called something like Toys as Art, Art Inspired by Toys, or something like that. And um, it, yeah, I mean, it was kind of crazy. I actually think that people should check it out. It's a fun show. They have like cars, like Hot Wheels, but in life size, and a lot of art. And then like in Gallery 3, they have um, like a whole bunch of like Mattel oriented stuff, like an entire case of like random Barbie heads and like a dissected, Magic 8 Ball and all this other crap. And yeah, I have a painting in there. I did a painting called Outlook Not So Good.
Magic
And
8 Ball.
and it's a Magic 8 Ball piece. And yeah, you know, it it's a fun show. And then in Gallery 2, in the most awkward of the in show in its entirety, I think this guy named Ben, can't remember his last name right off the top of my head, but he's a British artist, has his solo show in Gallery 2. And so if you are a little bit over the, sickly pop art thing, you can check that out. And, he does these kind of, um, I don't know, like very, classic kind of painterly like paintings, but then like there's like this something going on in there that where it kind of like glitches. Oh man, I can't remember. I wish I could remember his name off the top of my head. But yeah, I highly recommend checking his show out too.
All right.
So
So that's at Corey Felford Gallery
yep, you didn't
in
make it.
the Arts District. No,
Yeah, you
well,
should check it out.
it's east of La Cienega. Come on now, you know.
Can't expect you to go all the way out, get go past, go east of La Cienega. That's just crazy talk.
It is. This is Los Angeles. This is the new LA.
the the West Side's the new LA.
Traffic starts at 3 p.m. Or 2:30 or something.
Hmm.
It's our new reality, man.
But it's the weekend, man. It was the weekend. You
Oh,
should.
I work on Saturday. I
you know.
did. So
Well,
Ben
yeah,
Ashton, I guess, right?
yeah.
Is
Ben
that who it is?
Ashton. Yeah, Ben
Yeah.
Ashton. Yeah,
Thank you, Vlasinda.
yeah, yeah. It's really actually a great show. I think I'm kind of understating like how good it is, but like it's a large variety of work. I have a my painting sold, so you can't get
Really?
that. But
Congrats.
thank you. But you can get the print, and
Oh wow. And likewise, we sold one of your drawings.
no, which
There
one
you go.
was it? The
Uh,
ghost one? People were talking about the ghost one.
I forgot. It was okay. Wait, it was on the bottom left corner of the four, but I can't remember what that was.
You moved things around. Like was it
No,
the
I mean I didn't touch. I don't think I touched yours, so they stayed in the same place.
mm,
Yeah, but we sold one of yours, and there it is.
No, well,
Yeah, so there. You
this
you
was
didn't
a
you
this
didn't you didn't fail there.
no.
No, there's no such thing, but it's all good.
Oh, there is. It is. There
Well, I
is such
mean,
a thing, Eric.
that's
There
the
is.
pressure you want to put on yourself. Go ahead. But I mean, ultimately, nah, it's good.
No, yeah. Well, I mean, that's good for both of us, right?
And it was the Luke suit one. So not the ghost.
Oh, no way. Oh,
Yeah,
okay. Yeah,
there you go.
the suited up one.
So there you go.
People. That's the thing. You get a bunch of people like online going, "Oh my god, I love this drawing. Oh, I gotta have it." Blah blah blah, and then like it's like they think by like telling you that they want this, they're making you feel good, but really it's about the follow through, right? Like
Which is putting your money where your mouth
your
is
mouth
type of
is
thing.
exactly.
Gotcha. Yeah, yeah.
Like
Course.
I think artists get that all the time. It's like, oh my
Right.
god, this is the best one is? It's the like people pointing at the painting that's sold. It's like, oh, I really wanted this one.
This is the one I wanted and it's sold. Oh yeah, I hear that one a lot. Oh, that's like really, that's been happening for a long time.
Yeah,
Right?
in perpetuity. Like that thing is
Yeah.
like,
You hear that all the time.
all the
I
fucking
mean,
time.
I don't know how many of those times or how many are actually legit or how many are just totally lip service. I mean, it's got to be legit, right?
Right. Well,
Or no? Half the time?
half the time. I mean, like, they're
I mean, do I just look like when you're around and I go, whoa, this one's sold? And I'm like, Luke, dude, this one, I would have bought it. Is that, I mean, I just go, wait, oh, it has a dot. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I would have bought this one.
Well, usually there's a reason why that piece has a dot, right? Like because it's really good. It's
Yeah,
like
it resonates with
it
a lot of
resonates.
people.
Yeah,
Not just
and
one person, but probably a lot.
yeah, and so like
It's the one that everybody would want, probably, right?
Yeah.
That's kind of how it works.
So
So if this is true, you just put a red dot on everything and just be like, oh, it's actually available and you're buying it, But
well, I mean
I
that's
guess it doesn't work that way.
that's what they no. Well, I mean that is how it works, though, isn't it? Like
I don't do that.
like
I don't do that, but that's what some people do.
Well, some people do it. Like it's in
Yeah.
order you do it to create like this like hype machine around
Yeah.
an artist. It's like, oh my
Yeah.
god, this is their first show and they sold out of everything and like the
Right.
gallery.
I think yes. I think that's what the cause show that I saw in Japan.
Mhm.
I don't know what year it was, and it might have been, I can't even guess, but it was a long ago. And I went to the Bathing Ape store. They have a gallery, and everything of causes was sold. And then lo and behold, the auction happens. What was it? Just a few years ago, and then you find out, oh yeah, the owner, that dude, he was just selling all the art himself, like on an auction.
Right.
Yeah,
Right.
but meaning it was all sold, but it was bought by the gallerist.
I mean,
Basically, he put a red dot on everything, right?
I
So
think
yeah,
Damien
I mean
Hirst
that's
got
like
didn't
20
Damien Hirst get busted for something like that too? Where basically
I don't know. Is that a bust though? I don't mean, is
Well,
that illegal?
he created like he was part of an investment group into his own work, and
Yeah.
so like and that investment group apparently like bought out like the show and
Yeah.
so
Yeah,
I
whatever,
mean,
huh? Go ahead,
yeah,
do it.
whatever.
Go
but,
ahead,
like,
go ahead and do it at our shows.
yeah, but but if I mean, like, if you can like rig the game and like have the network behind you to like amplify the news of these like fake sales as being real, then like it's a gamble, right?
Yeah, more power to you. Go do it. Do it at Giant Robot. I dare you.
Well, the person that would actually be doing all the purchasing would be you.
Yeah. I just want someone else to use their money and just buy everything and say it's sold out. Oh my God, it's sold out. And then they just bought everything. I'm like, okay.
Yeah, but there's plenty of artists that you've worked with that like you could probably have done that. You probably could have spent like $5,000 because
I wouldn't
it's
buy
like
that shit. No, I'm kidding. I'm joking.
because it's like
I wouldn't buy their shit, man. No.
it was their first show or like
Yeah, I don't buy garbage art. I'm
Oh
kidding.
shit. So many artists with first shows at Giant Robot. And this is it's
Oh my god.
oh my gosh,
Yeah,
Eric.
yeah,
Wow.
yeah.
Wow.
No,
I
I'm
mean,
kidding.
like, but you have like
No, I'm not.
tons
Yeah,
of
I am.
you have tons of art from owning a gallery,
Sure.
don't you?
No, I do.
Hmm.
Yeah, I do. But I mean, I've never bought out a show.
What do you mean? Like,
Bought out a show, like bought every piece of
oh,
a
bought
show.
out
I've
a
never
show.
done that.
Yeah, right. Do you usually
I've,
like just kind of like choose
I've
like
never
one or two
even I've
pieces?
never even bought a first piece of a show. Usually I buy it at the end where if there's something left, I might get it.
Mm,
Usually I'm not like, cherry picking the very beginning. I haven't done that, or I don't do that.
yeah.
I think I did that maybe in the very beginning, but I don't do that.
Well, I mean, like you
Yeah.
can only do that so many times for so many
Right.
years before you kind of
Right.
you're over it. You're just
It
kind of
is
like
22 this year. So
22 years.
yes.
Jeez, you've watched Saw. I mean, like I think we both watched Sawtell, just evolve.
Oh yeah, but the store is 24 years this year.
Oh
Yeah,
my
the store will be
gosh.
24. So yeah, no, I've seen it all. I mean, I've been in that area since I was a little kid, so I know that area pretty well.
Right.
Yeah.
Did you grow up there?
I went to the Japanese school that's one block in, and the Buddhist temple that's one block away from that Japanese school, and that's a block from Sawtell. My parents met on that street. My grandma lived 5 blocks, so that's like
Oh.
daycare. Like daycare was grandma's house, and yeah. No, I was in the area. I didn't quite live there exactly,
Mhm.
except for a part of my life where I don't remember. I was too young.
What's the
But
longest
then,
standing business out there in on that stretch of Sawtell?
oh man, I'm going to guess it's Hide Sushi is my guess.
Really? I would have
Yeah,
kind of
or
thought it was one of the
maybe it's
gardening the
okay.
plant places.
It could be Joe. Oh, well, you know what? The nurseries will beat everybody for sure. Yeah, I thought you meant okay. I don't know why. I was not considering those. But yes, the nurseries are probably been around post-war, and one of the nurseries just closed, which is kind of actually in the neighborhood. So
Mm.
there's a third nursery that is in the neighborhood. And that one existed before World War II.
Mm.
Yeah, and that one closed last year, I think. Yeah, it was last year that it closed, and it was kind of a wholesale nursery.
Mm. Oh, so it wasn't open to the public?
No, but it was across street from the Giant Robot office back in the day, like that old office, garage office. It's actually right across street.
Mm.
Yeah, the place where I took a photo of you sitting there, all looking handsome. Basically, it's basically kind of across street, maybe a little bit diagonal, but it's across street basically.
That was a good time. I was, 20 pounds lighter, I think, and
Yes.
know.
Yes. But look at those pearly whites you have now.
I've got a full set of chompers now.
There you go.
It's that was an investment I had to make. I started making like right before the pandemic, and
Mhm.
I actually have photos of me visiting my dentist when stay at home started, and my dentist and his assistant were in full PPE, and like like big old masks, and then fucking like full like head to toe like covers and everything, because they're
Wow.
working with mouths, they're
Yeah,
working with saliva, and like
sure.
so you gotta like have everything like and it was such an uncertain time at the time.
Yeah.
People
No, for
forget.
sure. I wonder how that's going to all get documented. Is that going to be somehow documented in a way that people are going to want to remember that? Or are they going to, is that just going to be like, forget it, man, that sucked?
No, I think 20 years from now, people are going to get pretty nostalgic for it
In a weird way, you think?
in a weird way. And
Yeah.
also, it's also like the young, the super young but conscious, like aware that something is up. People, but
Yeah.
weren't fully kind of aware of it.
Mhm.
Now, who will like look back at it and go, "Oh, wow, my parents really struggled," blah blah blah, or some.
Because it's also the same with 9/11, right? There's a lot of people who weren't born, when 9/11 happened, right? And it's always like, and I'm not going to say nostalgic, but it's like an experience that they kind of like, it's like they talk about it in a weird way.
Right. Right.
And it's remembered in a weird way also in that, because of that. They don't quite understand the gravitas, maybe.
No,
Crazy
it
shit.
it is it's kind of weird because it's the when I think of 9/11, it was such a huge moment in like American history, and it doesn't feel like that long ago for me. Like,
No, but it's kind of a long time ago.
yeah,
2001, 24
2001.
years ago. Yep.
Yeah, like there's plenty of adults out there right now who have like been born that were born after that and are like legal drinking age and
Yeah.
whatever. So, but
Yeah. We'll see the COVID lockdown nostalgia.
yeah, yeah.
I
I'll
don't
be
know.
honest, like I still miss it. I liked to lock down. I liked the feeling of like, the lack of FOMO. I
Mm.
liked like the guilt freeness of like being able to sit in my apartment for days on end. But
Years, right?
well, I mean, like how long? Like
Years.
how long was Giant Robot? Like, well, Giant Robot still kind of feels closed, because you like keep the.
Everything's closed still, like, you know what I mean, like the hours, everybody's, I think the everyone's habits changed, right? So if I tried to open on a Wednesday, let's say,
Mhm.
like today, let's say I decided I'm going to open, I bet you 3 people would walk in the door in like 4 hours.
Yeah, you keep your business hours
I've
like
done
just
it.
never like have been the
I've
same, right?
no, no. The regular store is open 6 days a week, 12 to 6. I mean, it used to be 11:30 to like 8,
Right.
and then Saturdays sometimes 9. The gallery was open Wednesday through Sunday,
Hmm.
12 to 6. I think we did
Right.
12 to 6.
Right.
But it's like, again, I've tried it. If I open on a Wednesday, 12 to whatever, I'll get like 4 people, 3 people who walk in.
Really?
I've tried it. Yeah. So Sawtell is, don't forget, there's a lot of restaurants. The offices are kind of all dead, right? People working at home. There's there's not a lot going on. So on a weekday, I think it's pretty dead. Including, I think Century City Mall opening is actually, it took a lot of customers away during the daytime.
Mm.
All of those high rises where there's agents, attorneys, and all those folks that would come to Sawtell for lunch now just go to Century City Mall.
But don't like a bunch of like
They're eating at the Din Tai Fung, man.
they're getting that
They're not.
Heidi Lao. They're
They don't.
getting.
They don't want that. They don't want that. What do you Don modern Chinese food. They want the real thing, Din Tai
Mm.
Fung, right? They've got more than one ramen. They have better burger place, whatever. They have like
Yeah.
they have a Shake Shack there, right?
Mm. Yeah, they
Is
do
that
have a
is
shake.
that right?
We've
Right?
been to that Shake Shack. Yeah.
Yeah. See,
Yeah.
they have like all this stuff there, and seriously, I think a lot of people used to run to our Sawtell area from Century City, and now they're not. And that high-rise building that's very close, like to what, a block and a half away, is kind of, I don't think it's inhabited yet.
Hmm.
It was under construction. I think there's a lot of factors, and then I just think people working from home.
But you
I
know
just
what?
know the daytime used to be busier, and now it's pretty dead.
I don't know. I every time I go
Yeah,
out there for an opening or something like that, like Sawtell is like a madhouse.
yeah.
You
You're talking about Saturday.
Right. Right.
Yeah, I know, but I'm talking about like on a Tuesday at 4 o'clock
Yeah,
or
but
3 o'clock or 2 o'clock or noon.
don't you
It's
close
pretty
at
dead.
5 o'clock on Saturdays?
I do, because so what happens? So we've tested this a lot. We'll get the worst customers that come in from, let's say, around 6 to about 7:30.
Mm.
These are folks who just don't want to go home, who are fucking don't even give a shit about the art.
Mm.
They are inside, they sit on the bench, and they might just hang out and talk. And I'm like, they're not even here for anything. And
Mm.
that is the main customer. Basically, you can make this argument, a retail argument, that, oh, they're looking at everything. They'll come back when they're shopping. And those are that was the belief we used to have, or I used to have, and I realized, you know what? Nah, I don't think so.
Mm.
So I think by condensing the hours, we've actually done better. Like, we've actually have higher totals by condensing hours.
Really?
I think having long hours is actually, yeah, I think we do just as well, if not better, with shorter hours, and even being closed by a day. we're actually better.
Is it because you also have lower overhead?
Oh no, I'm not. I don't even give a shit about that part. I'm just talking about totals, like sales.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Are most of your sales online now?
No, in
No.
store. In store. I mean, art maybe is online, but the store is just still in store. People
You're
coming
talking
in and buying
about
shit.
like
The Giant Robot store.
the store, right?
Yeah, yeah, buying toys and shit. Buying Luke Chu's toys, figures, and whatnot.
Has the Pop Mart opened up in Century City or not?
Yeah, it's been
Yeah.
open. Yeah, you want to go and get your La Boo Boo, your La Boo Boo ass wipe? Go get it.
Have they have
If you
they
run out of toilet paper, use the La Boo Boo. I'm kidding. God,
you
it's
know
such a like a it's such an institution of its own. It's amazing.
it's weird.
Yeah, it's
uh,
hot.
my introduction. I don't know whether or not I've mentioned this in the
I
podcast, but
say it out of pure jealousy that I make fun of La Boo Boo. It's
uh,
kind of amazing.
it well, my first introduction to like Pop Mart in general was in 2017 when I was out there for Shanghai Toy Show. And I remember they invited everyone who had a booth to like this like dinner up in some skyscraper in the middle of Shanghai, and they started talking about their plans, and like their plans included vending machines, selling toys, and like all this other kind of global takeover shit. And
Yeah.
we're hearing about vending machines, and I scoffed. I was like, what kind of crazy talk is this? And I was at the mall somewhat recently, near the racetrack, the Santa Anita Mall, and
Ah, yeah.
right there they are, right
Yes.
right in the middle of the fucking mall.
Century City Mall too.
Yep.
They
Got
have a really good spot. It is on a second level, but there is a vending machine there too outside that you can access. And I guess you just didn't have faith in the China.
I didn't because I had this, you
Because
know,
you're pro Taiwan.
no,
Okay,
no,
okay,
I'm so
okay,
not
okay.
prototype.
I don't know.
My Taiwanese friends take umbrage to my lack of
Pro mainland.
sympathy
You're
for.
pro mainland.
I'm not pro mainland either, but I will say things that will get under their skin.
I see.
Just because I think it's funny. I think
Hmm.
it's funny until like China
S-
invades.
Oh yeah.
So,
Who
but
knows when that is?
yeah, who knows when that will be? But here's the question I was leading up to is, did the opening of the Pop Shop store there like cut into your access to blind boxes for your store? Like, are they
From Pop Mart, yes. I can't. I don't think I have a way to get them at the moment, because they used to go through Disburst, right?
right? Hmm.
Yeah, and I guess they took that away from Disburst, from what I understand. So Disburst doesn't distribute Pop Mart,
Mm,
and I actually met folks from Pop Mart, but I've never been able to make any headway into getting Pop Mart
mm.
into the store. But however, yeah, there's been people at Pop Mart who come to like they've come to my booth saying, "Oh my God, Giant Robot, we love you guys," blah blah blah. But then
Then
just
they walk away and don't
they
take
walk away and they say, "Fucking asshole." They go, "China better than Japan, better than America, better than this guy."
Well, like, have you seen on like I see on TikTok like the new like electric cars that are um like
China
coming out of China for like
probably
basically a
lower
fraction,
price.
yeah, like
Yeah.
$45,000 for like this crazy Chinese electric car, and then they'll show a video of like battery exchanges where like they will physically like swap batteries out. So it takes as long to fill your car up, to fill a tank at a gas station as it is to get a battery swap. And,
Yeah.
it's just kind of like, yeah, well, we don't have those things here in the good old
Yeah.
United States.
No, not yet.
But speaking of TikTok, one of the things that has been on my mind has been like how to use this new like generation of social media as an artist. Do you like pay any attention to any of that stuff, like
So
reels or?
when TikTok was banned, I deleted TikTok and I couldn't get it back until I think it was just a few days ago.
Mm. Oh, it finally
Tik
showed up on the App Store.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, it was there and it wouldn't let you download it, but now you can download it.
Mm.
So I just recently downloaded it and I watched my first video right before this podcast episode. Frankly, you know what I mean. Really, literally, just downloaded it again.
Mm.
So I haven't really watched it, but before that, I saw a little bit of artists doing things on TikTok, or sometimes I don't know because an Instagram Reels is sort of similar,
Right. It's
and
basically the
maybe
same
it
thing,
might be the
kind of.
same. It might even be the same videos where I've seen artists talking about other artists, acting like some kind, like a I don't know, just like a critic.
Mhm.
And then there's of course artists who are doing overhead videos of them drawing something, let's say, right?
Are you talking about like the Justin Bua videos?
Oh, I've seen his. Yeah, yeah, I've seen his, and then but I've seen other ones too. I seen one of another person who buys art,
Mhm.
like he wins auctions, like he's kind of seems wealthy and he buys like all this art and he talks about the artists and
Mm.
yeah, that one's pretty interesting for a minute. And then there's a lot of artists who are just showing their stuff, right?
All right. I'm trying to figure out like what I can do on
Well,
these platforms.
I guess what's the end goal? Is it to monetize it somehow, or what is the end goal?
I think the end
Is
goal
it
is
to be
obviously
is it
promotion, but the thing
yeah,
is that like I have so many colleagues and friends who like post on like TikTok and do reels and whatever, and it's usually like these like cropped up shots of them painting or like maybe like slideshows of like work that they
right?
just kind of
But
finished, and it's boring as shit.
there's also little traction on those, right? They're not getting too much traction.
No, no, yeah, exactly.
But I mean, you're getting way more traction by doing something stupid, like, and you know what I mean, doing something dumb. Like if you walked across your floor, fell down, and smashed your head, you're going to get a lot of people watching that,
Yeah,
laughing.
you'll get like tens of
But your art,
thousands of
right?
engagements.
But your art will be very low. You might get 100 people. Yeah, But I'm like wondering what's the end goal though. Let's just say 5,000 people go, whatever. Do you want more sales out of that, or is it just to be popular on TikTok? Because it seems like they don't. I don't know if they all go together. Like just because you're popular on TikTok, I don't know if that means you're going to make a lot of sales.
Well, I mean, like, there's the potential of monetization, right? But like, I think I I don't know. I remember years ago, years and years and years ago, I was talking to a friend of mine who at the time was working for a social media kind of management kind of company, and I was telling her like, should I asking her should I reply to questions on like Instagram? This is way before TikTok,
Sure.
and um, she her reply was, "Why not? Like it's social media. Like the the point is accessibility. The point is connectivity. The point is to be able to like get engagement and and engage with it." And so I make it a point these days to like let people know I see their comment by liking it, or if they have a question, like kind of replying to it as quickly as I
Sure.
can. I don't have a stupid amount of followers, and so like I'm not getting barraged by like messages and questions every day, which is great. Which makes it easy so I can be able to manage it by myself. But I think the thing is that like I I think what I'm thinking is if I want to become like social media like savvy, it's about finding ways of being able to use these platforms as they are intended. And I'm wondering whether or not like doing something like some kind of AMA um like thing over TikTok and like replying to comments or questions directly in video format is a good strategy. I'm obviously I'm not sure whether I don't think you would have the
Maybe,
answer for that.
maybe you need to draw with the side of a charcoal, and draw like a little smeared cool character bear shape
You mean like
on
Tim
a
Biscuit?
big a big sheet of paper. Oh, I don't know who that is. Anyway, you should do that. No, I'm kidding. Yeah, yeah, just like Tim. I mean, but it's like, let's just say you did that and you got a lot of people watching. I don't know to what, like, is that going to help
Well,
that much?
I don't even think fucking like live arting on live painting or
Yeah.
live drawing um on like TikTok is all that. Like,
I think it has to be fast, whatever it is, right? It just,
well,
like,
I
if,
mean, it could be edited quickly, right? Like,
yeah, I guess so. Sure.
but like I've I don't know whether I'm wondering whether or not, and I'm kind of putting this out to the people that might be like listening
Yep.
and
Our stupid amount of followers.
our stupid amount of followers, whether or not,
Yeah.
like when they see like people like TikToks or reels or videos of people like live painting, like do they feel compelled to watch all 40 seconds or 1 minute of it? Because I will probably spend 5 seconds on it just to like, not even 5 seconds. I'll probably spend 2 seconds on it before I swipe up.
What
Because
if it's like,
and I'm wondering whether or not it's because why do I need to fucking watch them paint when I'm watching myself paint every fucking day?
right. What if it's somebody you admire? Still doesn't matter.
Still doesn't fucking matter.
Okay.
I'd rather see the work.
Yeah.
Unless they're
Some
doing
people,
something.
I think some people want to watch that though, right? It's just because they're a fan of, let's say, Yoshitomo Nara, and then he's drawing live
Oh
on
my god,
screen,
it'd be so
and
fucking
it's like,
boring.
people would love it.
But okay,
They would
so
love to. They would love to watch that.
there's an artist out there whose videos I did find interesting. His name is Bijijo, like Bijou, I think. And
Mm-hmm.
and he was interesting not because he was interesting because he would switch techniques up all over the place. Like, he
Wow.
will sit there and he'll start off with like spray painting something and then peeling a mask off, then pulling out an oil pastel and then like rubbing the
Wow.
sides of it and like
Gotcha.
capturing
I've seen some
texture.
stuff like that too. Yeah.
And it's just all over the place. And then like, it's quickly edited. So you get like 2 seconds of each, like, bit, and then then it pulls back. Like there's this trend right
What about Bob Ross?
well, Bob Ross is a meditation, like,
Oh, so you want meditation?
and well, here's the thing. Bob Ross he had techniques, like, the way he used the fan brush. I'm still kind of like, wow, you know,
Uh-huh.
you're the
Because I
way
mean,
he
Bob
would,
Ross had a TV show based on painting, right?
yeah, yeah, and the,
Right.
wait,
I mean,
hold
that's like pre TikTok and pre social media. He said, "Fuck it, I got a whole camera watching this shit." He had a whole crew filming him do it.
Well, I mean, like he would do three of the same fucking painting too. He would like do one as a practice one. He would do another one, I think, as a refined version of it, and then he would do the live one for the broadcast.
Hmm.
So like,
And he killed it, man.
and he killed it.
Yeah,
He also had a 30-minute show. So
yeah,
like,
that's a long ass time to watch.
that's the longest I know.
You can't even watch 2 seconds. What about 30 minutes?
There's I remember watching this. So when I first started painting, I would like rent back when Netflix was like, mail order videos. I would rent videos of people, teaching painting techniques. And I remember watching this one woman, like paint petals of a flower that were like purple at the tips and white toward the center. And she would just pull this fan brush up, dip it in her brush in both colors, and this, and with a flick of her wrist, just craft these petals in one stroke.
Awesome.
And they were
Wow.
amazing. And I don't paint like that.
Of course
So-
not. But we could hire that person to paint our vinyl figures. You know, you want to paint fast? Go ahead. I got vinyl figures for you to paint.
Sure. I
Burn.
well,
Big
part of it,
burn.
part of it is maybe the reveal. Like Candy Bolton. Candy Bolton does like some pretty interesting TikTok kind of things where she is masking off like her
Oh yeah, yeah.
figures, and then
Sure.
like she pulls out the tweezers and slowly like peels the tape masks off, and it's
That's
like
not even, yeah, that's like not the painting part, right? It's the reveal part.
right, right. Oh,
Yeah.
and she'll show herself like kind of like like double timing, like the double speed, like spraying
Right.
something on the figure. So like maybe the reveal is kind of interesting, but
Well, I think I'd rather watch Candy do that than you, though, frankly.
what are you saying? What are you
I,
saying? What are you saying?
I'll swipe left and up on you, but
Oh, you're breaking my heart, Eric. I thought we were
yeah,
buddies,
sorry.
you
Well,
know.
if your face was a little bit smaller on that head, I would watch that. You're,
We're what we're talking about. So just before we went live, was I sent Eric this video of this Chinese guy with
it's like I don't even know if I could show it because of the way this you know, the background of my it's all, you know, I have the blurry background thing,
right, right,
but
right.
this guy.
Yeah.
It's
And
like if you look like this, Luke, I'd watch your videos. There is that.
you know,
I mean, you're it's almost there. All you
I'm
have to do,
almost there.
so what you have to do is you have to make your face bigger because I think your eyes and nose and mouth will stay in the same place. You
Mhm.
need more girth on that head. How do you do it?
Um,
We need more girth. I think you need
you
to
know
eat
what I
more.
could do?
So Vasinda dude can cook you food because he's now working as a cook or chef at UCLA.
oh no way.
Yeah, you can go there and probably eat as much beefaroni as he can scoop onto your plate.
I love beefaroni. So,
Yeah,
you
I'm
know,
sure beefaroni's you know, anyway.
yeah. But so yeah,
Yeah.
I've been brainstorming in my own head like how to like, use social media because like you go live
Yeah.
and I actually will watch your live streams like
Oh,
after
that's
after you post them.
oh
After
wow.
you go live, yeah.
Well, I think for me, I mean, I use it's social media it's just purely for work, but there was a time I guess you would say early in social media, I suppose, where I was documenting almost everything I was doing all the time, right? I was blogging. It
Hmm.
was when blogs were big, and I was posting just about everything all the time. Like, I'm going here, eating that,
Hmm.
doing this, right? It was just like posting all this stuff on social media. You know, as hey, I'm the editor of Giant Robot. Here's what I do, right?
Right.
And it's like I would post it all the time, and it's just like, I mean, yeah, I don't want to do that anymore. Like, you know, it's like that's just uninteresting. Like, I don't want to look at anyone else, and I'm like, why would anyone want to watch mine? But
Right.
if there are people that do want to watch it, then cool. I'm sorry I don't do that anymore. But you know, there was a time where I was doing that, and I look back thinking, wow, I so don't want to do that now.
Well, I mean, like, it wasn't that like back in the time when like people would like tweet about what they're having for lunch and stuff like
Exactly,
that.
and or posting even on your Instagram story your lunch like every day or something, right? I don't even do that. Like I don't. I used to do that though, and I definitely don't anymore.
Mm.
But you know, just think that's just sort of like I just think it's some at points none of anyone's business. I don't want to share what I'm eating, but
Mm.
some people have the you know the real urge to do that, and that's fine too. Like
I
some people
mean,
love doing that.
well,
They'll post everything they eat all the time.
do you think that like your motivations for doing that back then was the excitement of having this platform that you is like the Wild West and like is brand new and
Maybe, and but I was like, you know, the editor or publisher, owner of a magazine and store and galleries in LA, San Francisco, New York, and all this stuff. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna post all the stuff I was doing, and I was, you know, like it was mildly popular. So
you were
I
also
was,
kind of like this enigmatic figure in
but it
like
was like
in the
time where I mean, I was getting like, you know, like it was one of those things where I was getting Nikes shipped to me, right, for free, like I was getting Adidas and Nikes and
mm,
stuff like that, like sneakers shipped to me. So look what I got in the mail, everybody. Look at this, right? So I was kind of like posting that stuff and getting a lot of free shit, or getting flown places.
Right. Right.
I was getting flown places and hoteled even. Like, even in LA, I was like, oh, I could stay at the W Hotel tonight. Well, I was like, all right, I'll just go and stay at the W Hotel, right, for free.
Right.
And I'm like, okay, I'm going to stay in Hollywood tonight, right? But it's like, yeah, no, just that was all predicated on posting stuff,
Oh,
and,
wow.
and it's just like,
And you just got sick of all that free stuff. Like,
I think,
like,
or
fuck.
vice versa. Maybe it all got sick of me at the same time, and there was tons of other people doing it who were better at it, maybe. But then
Right.
I just got tired of it. I was like, you know what? I'm kind of tired of it. I'm done with this, and
Well,
I don't want to.
do you
I
feel
kind of
like
keep it. I'm happier private, more private,
do you feel like a much more private person now?
Yes, and
Yeah.
I enjoy that. But for example, when my father passed away, my cousin said something kind of odd, which I guess it makes sense these days. But he was like saying, "I'll post about it after you post about it," and I was like, I didn't say anything back, but I thought to myself, I'm not going to post about my father passing away, but everyone else kind of does that, right? Like, my dad passed away, blah 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 blah. I didn't post that,
Right.
right? I didn't post that. I just was like, you know what? Nah, I wasn't going to post that anyway. So I never posted it, and I guess my cousin didn't either because I never did.
Oh.
But you know what I mean? But it's one of those things that he made an assumption that I was going to, and I was like, I wasn't going to.
Mm.
Like, I mean, I honor him in so many ways, but posting it on social media wasn't one of
Right.
them.
Right.
So yeah, it's just that's how I roll now, I guess.
By the way, I noticed that my name wasn't on the Japan show thing.
Did you
Right.
fill out the paper thing, the Google Doc?
Did not get. I don't think I even noticed that email. If you sent it to me,
Oh.
you gotta like back these things up with text messages, Eric.
Okay. Well, your name's not on there. Oh.
No,
Oh.
no. I was like, did me telling Eric that I'm not going to be able to go to Japan fucking
No.
make him think that?
No,
like,
I went by this Google Doc where everyone replied.
Oh,
Oh.
my bad. My bad.
Oh.
Okay. Well, can you add my name to that Google Doc?
Yes.
All right. I'm working on a couple of A4s for you. So they're fun. They're like nothing I've done. So it should be
Okay.
interesting.
Okay, I just wrote a note to that gallery. Just like that. See how fast? Social media. No, I'm
Boom.
kidding.
Social media. Look at that. We're coming up on the 45-minute mark, I think.
Oh wait, are these gonna Robot and the Bear 45 minutes?
No, or they're an hour usually, but they could be shorter. I think they could be shorter.
Really? Wow.
You know?
All
You
right.
know, like
Wait,
if we're going to be doing this regularly, we gotta like have that kind of
Yeah.
like flexibility of saying, like,
Yeah.
you know what? That's all I have to say.
you just get a taste. Well, what about the first day of spring?
It's tomorrow. It's
Oh, it is.
tomorrow. Yeah,
Holy smokes.
yeah. It felt like today. It felt like it was today. It was warm today.
Yeah, it was warm today.
You know?
Yeah,
Like,
but I was inside almost the whole day anyway.
oh really? Yeah, that's because everything,
pretty much.
the gallery's like not open.
Oh,
you know?
but I was out. I went twice to the gallery, but yeah, it's just not open. But we use it for a lot of stuff in there when on the weekdays. It's like actually more busier inside with the door shut than it is than you would know,
Oh,
It's like every
wow.
Friday before we open, we have to do a big cleanup.
Wow.
It's just a week's worth of like doing stuff in there, like whatever it is,
Are you using it?
packing stuff, doing stuff, organizing stuff,
Right.
whatever it is. It's just like a workspace,
Don't you have a show coming
which
up?
is kind of cool. And maybe in a week and a half or so.
Okay. Mhm.
Yeah.
What's your next show?
It's going to be called Kiln. It's the clay pottery, not pottery, but clay show.
Oh, that's great.
Ceramics. It's the second time. So it'll be Kiln 2.
Oh, excellent.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Yeah. We're
Or it could
all
be,
in
or
it.
it could be more kiln.
Kiln. Yeah. More kiln again. Kiln once more. Yeah, I
Once
know.
more.
I
Oh,
got you.
nice.
I know
That's
about this
good.
joke. I know about this joke.
It's
You know,
because that's the
it's
name
gonna
of my.
it's
That's
gonna be more drawings again in
no, it
2026,
no.
right?
It'll be even more drawings.
In 2026, right?
That's most yeah. We'll see. Maybe toward the end of
We'll
the.
see is a
We'll
horrible
see.
thing to say.
Uh,
We'll see
I don't want
is
to make
terrible.
promises. I do not want to make
Promise
promises.
now.
You know,
Promise
but
now.
like
Promise
because
now, cancel later.
because
Promise now, cancel later. Yeah, I'll take the promise now and you cancel later.
fourth quarter.
But the fourth quarter. Everybody always says fourth quarter. That's like you know,
Because
like how
I
you
gotta-
said there's all this art that I like. It's got red dots. Oh, I would have bought it. I would have gave you all my money.
'cause
Oh,
my-
fourth quarter.
because-
Every artist out there. Fourth quarter. Fourth
July
quarter.
because
Fourth
July
quarter.
of 2026, I've got I'm doing Gallery 1 at Corey Helford.
No
so-
way.
Yeah, so like
Wow.
like that is going to be
Congratulations.
an entire
That's
fucking
serious.
year of fucking work, and so like after
Wow.
that, I'm
Wait,
going to need,
what's your biggest painting going to be?
I've got an idea
This is
for
major, everybody.
for a 5 foot by 6 foot. You know.
Oh, that's it. You've already
yeah.
done that big before.
No, I've
right?
done the biggest I've gone is 4 foot by 5 foot. You know.
Oh,
But,
what's
like,
another foot? I'm talking like
another foot? Well, dude,
eight.
art
Say it, seven.
recess-
Seven.
You know, art
Shaquille O'Neal, 7 foot. Do
art
it.
recession, Eric Nakamura. Art fucking recession.
But we talking about 2026 though.
Oh my god, 2026 is going to be so much worse.
No, it's like this. It's like this, and it's gonna come back. It takes one step back, 2 steps forward. We're on the one step
Mm.
back part right now.
Yeah.
One step back happening right now.
I don't know, buddy.
2 steps
I-
forward. 2
I don't
steps forward,
know.
buddy.
So there it is. Like, after that
Don't know.
show, maybe what I could do is I could compile all my notes from, that show and like refine them, make them tighter, and then even more drawings with
Wow.
giant robot.
Oh my goodness. And then you'll get another show at Corey Helford again.
In 2
Probably.
years.
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
rad though.
Yeah, 2
Wow,
years.
Gallery
yeah, like,
1.
yeah,
That's gonna be
Gallery
amazing.
1.
That's
Yeah,
that big ass room when you walk in.
that's a fucking 30 painting fucking space right there.
Yeah, what are you gonna put in the middle, or do you not put anything in the middle? And it's just pure clean, like sit in the middle and you look at our paintings in the round.
I would love to try and do some large sculptural stuff,
Yeah.
while I'm at it. So
You could do an installation. I don't know.
I've got an
you feel it.
installation idea in the like back corner. I don't
I
know.
see.
Yeah. There's that little nook in the very far back on the left when you
Mhm.
walk in, and I already have an installation idea for that too.
Wow, congratulations. That's like
Thank
crazy.
you. Thank you. They
I
finally.
was wondering if or when you would ever do that, and I guess here's that time.
Yeah, the window is finally opened. So, yeah, that's the reason why it has to be fourth quarter. It's not
Wow,
that
that's major. That's
you know,
crazy.
that's
Wow.
it's not like me like going fourth quarter because
There is that. No, you're doing that
whatever."
anyway. Fine, third quarter. Okay, bye. Oh man.
And we got a message on the YouTube. My girlfriend, Rachel from Chicks with Knives, has reminded us that we need to do a book. We need to do a book. Would you help me publish a book, Eric?
I would love to.
All right, because I would love that. It doesn't have to be a big book. Just a nice tight volume, very well curated. And because like I'm kind of sick of my old ass book featuring my old ass work.
So tell me about that book. What do you know about that at this moment? Because I believe it was supposed to be out of print, but I feel like it's still around. Am I wrong on that?
It's maybe it's just
Do you know?
sitting in like on a bunch of like booksellers shelves.
But it just seems like if I want them, I can order them, and I still can get them when but I was told that they were gone. Like 3 years ago, maybe, or 4 years ago, I was told that they're gone, and I feel like they're not. Like I could still order them.
Oh, geez. I mean, they should like.
They
I
probably
know,
printed more.
I think, if they, you know what, how much money I've made off that book? Zero.
$20,000. No way.
Zero.
Zero.
Well, I mean,
Really?
aside from maybe like maybe a couple $100s from like selling them direct. but
Yeah,
like,
yeah. But
you know,
otherwise, no, you didn't get a
I
royalty.
didn't get a royalty, didn't get shit,
You didn't
you know.
get. Oh, wow.
Yeah. So, but like,
But
I
that is
would
a nice. I mean, that book is pretty popular, I would say, right?
sure, I
I
guess,
mean, I feel like I've sold hundreds of copies, which is crazy. Like, you know,
yeah,
literally maybe hundreds.
that's
Like,
amazing. That's amazing.
yeah,
But like, I think the print run was like probably astronomical, you know,
still, I'm sure
so,
they sold them all or something. It's amazing.
yeah, you know, oh,
Oh, but then
Rachel.
you know what? I haven't sold, but there is this. Wah, wah. I haven't sold a copy in a long time, and I know I have a copy or two on the table, like out there,
Oh
and no
yeah,
one's bought one recently.
no,
But it's
art
but
recession.
there was a man there literally have sold I think hundreds of that book,
It's
like
an old
300 maybe.
fucking book, man. That book
I
came out
know.
in fucking 2011. Like,
I know, but it
I
still looks brand new to me though, like in a,
it's
like in
so
terms of a book
cringe,
quality.
man. Fucking
There's
like
some books out there. Yeah, but there's some books out there that you look at it and you're going, "Yeah, this book's probably 12 years old." That book looks fresh for some reason. Like when I see it, I always think, "Oh, it just looks like it published yesterday."
uh, uh, it- I would like to pat myself on the back on the general. Like, I went for a very clean, simple layout, and
See, it wins the test of time right there because
yeah,
some books don't.
yeah, it's
Yeah.
because they try to be fancy. It's kind of like, nah, man. Like, what? Look, it's a good, like, fresh looking book. Um,
Yeah.
is the whatchamacallit, the Murakami book that came out with the Mocha Show with the Daub wave
Yeah.
uh
Yeah. Yeah.
image on the front, and with the just Murakami on the top. It's a good looking book, you
Yeah.
know. But all the reproductions apparently are pretty rough because they use dull, like, matte paper to print it on, so like there's no crispness
Ah,
in the line or something like that,
gotcha.
but
Oh
whatever.
well.
Anyways, so first day of spring, welcome to spring, we made it.
Hello, spring.
Hello spring. It's time to put away your heavy jackets,
Time
and
is going very fast again though. Here it is.
here it is,
It's already 3 months plus into the year, and if it just goes faster and faster all the
yeah,
time. Yeah. Enjoy
yeah.
yourselves, shit, while you
What?
can.
So winter is the first season of the year. I didn't realize that. I always
It
kind of think
starts in December though, right? It
I
starts
guess,
in
yeah,
or November or December, right?
I think so. I think it like kicks in like December, like the first.
But I think the coldest part of winter usually is January, right? Not December.
Right, right.
Like wherever you are, it just seems like January is always colder than December.
Yeah, because
I'm not.
solstice is
Yeah.
like is near near like December 25th, right? Christmas
Oh,
or something like that. So, and that's usually, I don't know if that's the first day of winter or if it's like a little bit before that.
yeah.
Um, so quarter one is winter, and so quarter four is fall.
Fall. Oh, that's odd. You wouldn't think that, right?
Yeah.
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 I think I grew up thinking that. Yeah.
The first quarter is spring, the second quarter is summer, the third quarter is fall, and the fourth quarter is winter. That's the
Yes.
way, like, I
Yeah.
think, you
See
know,
what school has done to you.
that's the American education system there, guys.
It's totally like selfish, and it's not. It's probably there's a reason for this. Is it all? I wonder why though. Is it because Santa Claus? They want to promote Santa Claus more, which needs to be snow and winter, and then therefore winter becomes synonymous with December because it's shopping and jingling ding. You have the malls with snow and like a pine tree or whatever Christmas tree.
Yeah.
And
That
it's supposed to be snow, right? And you've got elves and hot chocolate and dinner and friends and blah blah blah, right? So it's winter vacation is in December. I wonder if there's something to that. Because winter vacation, winter vacation is actually then. I don't know.
I don't
I think
know.
it's probably all the above.
Yeah.
It's a conspiracy almost.
Well, it must be a real mind fuck when you're on the some of the on the southern hemisphere.
Oh, when Santa Claus is wearing like a tee
Like,
back G string.
yeah,
It's like hot.
because it's the summer. It's summer down there, so
Yeah, it's
you
the
know,
opposite. Isn't that crazy?
yeah, it's wild.
Yeah,
It's
like
wild.
they still have a Santa Claus, but it's hot.
Yep, he's drinking
Yeah.
margaritas and wearing sunglasses and Hawaiian shirts and shit like that. So
Yep, hanging out, wearing G strings in Brazil. Terrible.
living its best
It's
life.
these really gnarly visuals.
Uh, but anyways,
Oh,
guys,
oh, Santa Claus. Okay,
we'll be here next
everybody.
week. It'll
We
be.
are
I'm I'm going for it. We're going for it, Eric. I
okay.
know as soon as I fucking say that, I'm setting myself up for disaster, but we're going for it. It's gonna be great,
Okay. Alrighty.
And but anyways, thanks everyone who tuned in. I don't even know what the count is anymore. Fuck counting. So
Okay.
you know, but thanks for everyone who tuned in,
Thank you so
and
much, everybody.
you know,
Appreciate it.
yeah, we'll see you next week.
Alrighty.
Bye.
Robot.